Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I guess you're all here for the robots. So my name's Sethu Vijayakumar. I'm a professor of robotics at the University of Edinburgh, the School of Informatics. And these robots are programmed and designed by a lot of the researchers and PhD students at the School of Informatics, just across the street from here. So before we do the dance show, I'm going to try and explain to you a little bit about what goes behind programming these robots and the basic capabilities of these robots. So these are humanoid robots, meaning they have a shape and form just like you and me, and they are bipeds. In other words, they're not wheeled robots, they've got legs. And controlling a bipedal robot is extremely hard because you have to be able to maintain balance while it's trying to walk, for example. So, to start with, can you all try and wave your right hand like that? Okay, so one way of capturing a movement like that is by using either cameras or little specs that you've probably seen there, and then we can transfer that movement onto the movement of this robot. So let's check if this guy can actually wave. Okay. So he can actually wave just like you did. So this is relatively straightforward to do because you can capture the movements and play it back on the motors. Now, indeed, if he has to do something else, like say for example kick a ball, then it's slightly more difficult because you have to take into account the balance. So he needs to balance on one leg and then kick. So again, we could capture the movement and then take some gyro sensors, they have some little gyro sensors, and get him to kick a ball. So let's try that. So if I put, he's right-legged by the way, and if I get him to kick, okay, that's pretty good. So obviously, if the ball's not in the right place, he's not going to be able to kick. So that's the other bit. So indeed, we have to be able to actually track the ball, locate it, and then localize itself, and then be able to kick. So we can ask him to do that next. But before that, he needs another basic capability to try to get up from lying down, or if it falls down while walking, how does it get up? So let's check if he can actually get up from falling down. So, how many of you think he's going to be able to get up? That's pretty nifty. You all see that? Okay. Now I'm going to try and cheat and lie him down face down. So maybe he can actually detect that he's lying face down, and with a little bit of help, get up as well. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to ask him to do is give him a really tough job of actually figuring out where the ball is, walking towards it, and trying to kick it. Now, to be able to do that, it's got 4 cameras. It's got 2 wide angle and 2 narrow angle cameras. It's got little sensors on its chest, which tells it whether it's there's some obstacle in its way. And it's got little touch sensors on its foot, which you can use, for example, to figure out whether it's made contact with the ground. And in addition to that, they've got 21 motors, so 21 degrees of freedom. Okay, so now let's try and ask him to follow this ball and try and kick it. So, yeah, I think he's a bit confused now because he moved the ball. Okay, let's ask him to try again. So it's a really hard job for a robot to... It's not doing very well yet. So left or right foot? Let's try again. So this time I'm going to be slightly more nastier and actually okay. Try to move the ball while he's close by. So you can see how hard it is, because it was setting up to kick and some defender from the opposition actually moved the ball. Last try, before we get on to the dance sequence. Okay, so now we're going to get on to the dance sequence, and when he dances, think of all the hard problems he has to solve while trying to do that. He has to balance, he has to synchronize, and he indeed has to be able to get up if it falls down. Hopefully it doesn't fall down. And one last point of note, we're going to run the same dance sequence twice. So after the first sequence, it's going to last about 3 minutes. I would request people in the front if they can kindly go back, so that people at the back can come back in front to have a closer look. So we'll give you about 3 minutes between the dance sequences, and it's going to be exactly the same. Thank you and enjoy the show. Thank you very much. Now if I can ask the people in the front to swap back, and we'll do another round of the same music in about 3 or 4 minutes.